corpses. We could manifest what hides here.
What a name. I like it.
It's very unusual.
Spirit and flesh, I summon you! Try this on for size.
Whatever grip it is the nightmare has here, you'd never know by looking. The bridge is up. Wonder why.
To keep folk in, or to keep something out?
Something's here.
Hidden.
Did you feel that?
It's close. This is locked from the other side.
The village is full of ghost wards. They're afraid of something.
Leave them up. Cause no trouble.
Oh there! Anyone home? Where did they go? can find the key to open this.
Aye, Fairfax Haskell. Though it bring demons down in great wrath upon my soul, do pray. Friends, find fortitude in our success. Exiled from our homes by the devil's machinations, we congregate before the Lord in this new meeting house. We gather, we worship, we overcome. And we shall be well protected by the holy ward my son now makes under my instruction. For I have spent hours countless in your service, poring through books and papers, devouring the oeuvre of my peers, that our meeting house be safe.
Fairfax Haskell, for whom the word pompous was invented.
Half built? Yes. Open to the four winds? Yes. But already it is resplendent with our faith. A shining reminder of our renewed belief in better days. McCraith, Mr. McCraith. I thought you. What happy portent, what most excellent news. What blessings. I applaud your valorous deeds. O fate, I say, dead sir, I thought you dead.
Maybe I am.
Do not make light of such matters, my friend, for the devil's wrath is wide awake, and his claw scratches at our door, metaphorically speaking.
I'm alive. I promise.
My friends, I shall deliver this sermon another time. The battle with the devil's legions is ongoing, and Mr. McCraith and I have much to discuss. Thank you, Lammy. Behold this miracle of ours, Mr. McCraith. Exiled we, yet in our darkest hour we find the moral vigor to build this humble monument to resilience. But you and I must speak of darker matters. For we, erudite men of higher learning, know that evil yet walks. There is much work to be done.
Indeed there is.
Yes. Forgive the inelegance of my welcome. You are alone. Do I surmise that Miss Duarte is no more?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Blessed is the man in whose spirit there is no guile. When I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long. I'm so sorry for your loss. Grief is a journey, long and painful, but you do not walk the road alone, I promise you.
Oh, I know. I know.
In time, God healed my wounds. May you too find peace. Now, I regret that even at this most burdensome time for you, I must move with haste to business and beg once more for your help.
What's going on? It must be serious if you're asking for my help.
Since your defeat at the meeting house, the devil, heartened and emboldened, goes from strength to strength. He insinuates himself among my people, reveling in the suffering of the disease he unleashes upon us. It pits one against the other. Suspicion tears this community apart once again. All this to weaken my people and lead them away from the light of God.
In times of disease, you need doctors, and I'm no doctor.
We'll not treat the symptoms, we'll tear out the root. An agent of the devil walks among us. A witch! You must find her, or him, as it may be. You and I share great expertise, but I'm a man of position, while you, sir, are much more familiar with field work. Go, meet my people, walk amongst them. Learn which of them secretly serves the demon, that we may expunge this evil malady from our body politic.
What makes you think there's a witch at work here?
Aye, sir, I'm a man of God and intellect. I can read the signs. When a so-called mystery disease afflicts half of my people overnight, there can be only one culprit. 'Tis the devil's doing, sir. Probably through one of his servants. For you see, I understood immediately that the water in the well had been tainted. There are no strangers here. You could self-accept it. No one has fled. The guilty woman, or man, I suppose, remains within the village. As evil walks, the evil are emboldened, but this witch shall see her downfall, or his, of course, as did the last one, as will the next. Some years ago, you may have heard tell of this. I made my name on the execution of a terrible witch. It pains me that I must do it once more.
I am no witch hunter. My business is with the lingering dead.
For a fee, yes, I know. But you can't deny evil practitioners exist. A few years ago, I had to cleanse this community from such a threat.
Why would she curse your colony?
Why would anyone choose to separate from God's flock? I'm afraid some just want to see the world burn, Mr. McCraith. By the grace and charity of the good Lord, she was exposed. It was my honor to serve him in sending her to hell where she belonged. Her mask was a good one, as if butter would not melt upon her tongue. But you cannot fool a man of faith and intellect. No, sir, you cannot.
You'll not mind me saying it, but for a Puritan paradise, you seem to get more than your fair share of witches.
God has not forsaken us, but someone here does the devil's work. Find me a witch, Mr. McCraith. Return this place to the Lord.
I'm a working man, Governor, but the Lord does seem happy to pay, so I'll do what I can. This illness, tell me of it.
Upon my arrival here in the Harrows, I immediately set about protecting the place with consecrated tokens. Safeguarded from the curse, we all felt safer for a time. Then some devil poisoned the well, our only source of water. Someone on the inside, mind.
Spoiled water proves nothing.
A wise point and well made, Banisher, if not for the fact that we have been, for months on end, under the obvious influence of a terrible curse. One way or another, the devil has found an agent among us, and who knows what nefarious ill-doing old Black Spy plans next.
I noted your ghost wards with some interest.
Ghost wards, an interesting name. I call them sanctifiers, a name more palatable to my flock.
Why did you not use them in New Eden when the curse began?
It was more complicated to convince the whole congregation of the necessity to use magic. Here, people have more trust in my unmovable probity.
This requires a great deal of occult knowledge. Where did you learn your craft?
Etienne Roulet, one of the greatest demonologists of our time, is a good friend of mine. I improved upon his work.
A man in your position must know what goes on in his own community.
Why, of course, I know all that there is to know. Oh, near enough. Ask your questions, sir. Ask away.
How goes the colony?
Sir, the body politic bears a heavy weight. Not content with weakening their flesh, the devil's evil attacks the people's hearts and minds. Until you expose the culprit, the harmony of this divinely beautiful commonwealth shall remain marred by suspicion and mistrust. Long story shortened, people are not getting along.
How did you, a man of position and faith, become a demonologist?
Ah, yes. If you'll indulge me for a moment, I shall explain in the briefest manner possible. Though blessed with intellect and no little faith, I also had privilege. I had the means for an education, time and place with which to study. For a time, my father was a pupil of Henry Boggart, the great demonologist. He had the books, I had the aptitude. When he passed, I donned his mantle. My father taught me about duty. I have gifts, faith, intellect, position. I must protect them. I must use them to protect my people. This is my duty. This is my burden.
Your son, how would you describe him?
Lamentation? How would I describe him? Well, I tried to teach him demonology, to make him the third generation. Occult knowledge could only obfuscate his good nature. At heart, of course, outside.
Another witch hunt.
That just tells me he's hiding something. Mind you, I'd like to know what's causing the sickness.
A real-life, actual banisher here in the Harrows.
You're the governor's son, right?
Yes, sir. Lamentation Haskell. Friends call me Lammy, or they would if I had any. Please, call me Lammy. I have so many questions.
No, not
Me?
Your father believes there is a Harrow's witch. Have you noticed anyone acting strange?
I'd answer, sir, I surely would, only things being as they are, everyone is acting strange. The curse brought illness, illness brought division, division has led to strife. We could do with some healing, sir, we could.
So tell me, Lam, How do you spend your...
I assist my father, especially with the ghost ward. When I can, I continue my research into the if I can find any. Those that aren't dead have left new.
Must be
Is it? I don't know.
hard to grow up in his shadow.
Only if you like the attention. Not... People leave me alone, mostly.
Your father spoke of the pestilence.
He did? Then said,
If you have an opinion of your own...
since you ask it, I believe a thing most vile assails us. An evil of origin
So the pestilence is part...
yes. Of course. The curse. Of course it's the curse.
Those ghost wards are quite unique.
They are, aren't they? Conceived by Etienne Roulet, but made by my father. Do you use them as well in your line of work?
Not really.
Of course. Still, each tool has its purpose, and the magic is glory.
You seem to know a lot.
Oh, if only, sir, if only.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
Ghost ward. I think you can safely knock it over. The ward's power is gone. This is locked from the inside.
How are you, Mr.
I do not need the service, and nor do the people.
He seems
Seen anything?
Do you speak of the disease eating at the fabric of our... We've sealed the well, closed homes and houses, and...
Apart from that,
I have seen the alewife, Mistress Barrow, lurking by the well, hands in her pockets, clutching at her herb. And as I think of it, before his house burned down with his wife and brother in it, Caleb Watson and the alewife had a sharp exchange. 'Twere as if she'd cursed him. If there is a Harrow.
if I wanted a word with her,
She tends to the alehouse, brewing God knows what.
what does a teacher do?
Teaching, sir, takes preparation. At some point in the future,
Why didn't you leave with?
For some time, I wished I had. Watching the but the Lord had.
And they are...
You shall see for yourself soon enough.
What, you...
I'll make no report.
I'm a...
God keep.
The governor's speech was so...
Good day to you, but...
And a good day to you too, sir. And wasn't that quite the end?
So, what brings...
The governor bade me make the...
If it's evil doing you're after, you may turn around and hurry back to New Eaton Town. Now, if you'd excuse us. My sister...
Dear Eve, I didn't catch your names.
God be with you and your terrible pronunciation. Mary Claire O'Hara. This is my...
Noticed anything?
Strange. A fine word for the devil's work. I call it evil.
Our flock took sick. Every last animal dead. Ram, lamb.
Then the people took their turn. Many of our neighbours are with the Lord. At least...
If there's witchery afoot, I'll need help finding the culprit.
Well, Caleb Watson lately talks to himself. And if you interrupt him, why, he's as rude as a goat.
Lord forgive me, but I don't like him. The man has stopped washing. He...
Interesting. I'm no healer, but I'll help if I can. Do you have plant?
All the meadows sweet and vervain and...
We need no help from the godless.
Our faith.
From...
A bad cut that's spoiled. 'Tis not your concern.
She's dangerously sick. Either she doesn't know.
We left Clarenbridge for
How's life with...
We're all the same saints under God, sir. And we too are New Englanders now. After 7 years in...
What do you do around...
We raised livestock.
We lost it.
What happened to the...
Sickness took Elizabeth's sheep. And now you really must be going. We'll take up no more...
I'll let you...
Would you pray with us?
Elizabeth.
God hath numbered my kingdom.
Surely...
Pray for healing.
No.
Our Father, which art, give us this day our daily bread.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is...
May the road rise to you.
Worry not about me.
Elizabeth O'Hara, don't tempt him. God be...
Caleb Watson. We keep hearing that name.
Let's pay him a visit.
Ah, the famed and
Have we met?
I was at the meeting house. You've got
Thank you very much.
politeness. Now then. Apart from my own? Yeah, Caleb Watson, for example. Now he
Is he now?
used to be such a nice man. Now he's aggressive.
Where can I find...
Well now, seeing as he's our cobbler,
Have you been...
forever and a day, your Highlander hack.
Really?
Of course, sense of humour won't go amiss now. 8 years, if you
What can you tell me about the community here?
like who. That kind man is all vapour.
Lammy...
Him, he's so
And how are you?
I'm doing my best to bring a little joy.
And how's that going?
Badly. I'm a shop.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread! Do you want us to starve? I should have the yeast. You know it, Mistress Barrow, you know it.
If you want.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
Mistress. Lucy Barrow, the...
Red McCraith, the Banisher.
And what does an alewife look like?
She's got you there.
Can I ask, have you noticed anything strange lately?
I'll be sure to tell you if I see anything normal. They're suspicious.
Well, if you hear anything that...
What are you, the census taker? I'm Lucy Barrow. I was the brains, he was... Well, he was there. And if you call me...
What brought you to New Eden?
Freedom. Prosperity. The chance to watch good, pure...
Now, I happen to know that the alewife hears stories others...
Want a story, do you? All right. I don't know what it was, but she went into a barn, and when she came out, I've seen her repeat the deed on several occasions. Not that When is life...
Well, that depends on how...
Sweeter ale sells better.
Tell me about the governor. Not a big...
Sadly, no. Perhaps if he had been, he might not have been such... He pries. Comes calling to check the contents of my pot. I am a woman of brains and means. But despite that, nay.
What can you tell me about...
I hardly know him. He doesn't talk much. He's a little boy. Adorable.
Would you be in...
What do you need?
I'll take my leave of you for now.
Have a good day.
Good day to you, sir.
Like,
Perry Cottle.
I'm a banisher.
Find no ghosts here, sir.
I envy your fate.
How's that working?
Have you...
Lucy Barrow goes picking plants. All furtive like she puts them in her strange concoctions.
Thank you. A man...
Well, any of a dozen reasons. I'll not bore you with all 13. He was a hard man. His wife was a pure-hearted woman.
What brought you to New...
Elsewhere... it's gossip you want. I don't know what he carried, but...
How's life in the...
Life in the Harrows...
What can you tell me?
Pious man of great... He's devoted.
What can you tell me about Lamb?
He seems a good boy. He's not like his father.
God.
Lucy? Surprising. I'm curious to hear her take on all this. Looks like we found...
Smells like death all of a sudden.
It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you all right, sir?
We're closed. Now. Out with you. Leave. Leave.
I can tell from your surly demeanour that you won't mind me. I'm Red McCraith. I'm a banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of
Show your shining shapes, goose peddler. No witches here.
the everyone keeps secrets.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely...
Gossips, fish. Gossips.
I'll believe...
A man content with his own company. This is wrong. It's wrong, I tell you.
Being courted by two brothers at once rarely ends well.
Personal experience.
Don't go there.
Both will. This is wrong. It's wrong, I tell you.
Hugh Batchelor said Lucy Barrow cursed the house and it burned down.
The house burned down, and I suspect the rest is nonsense.
What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
Ruth and Alexander Watson, the cobbler's wife and brother.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost?
I think we need to
It's
talk to
ours
Caleb
anyway.
Watson.
Should have been ours since the beginning. You know it's true. You done enough sniffing?
You said you had no secrets.
I can smell a pox on you. And a...
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time.
There's burned debris out.
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting. It came from the house, probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander's infidelity?
My name is Caleb Watson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name, 'cause I'm a greedy little prick.
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it, though.
No, the past's the past. Dead and buried. My brother is but a lingering memory.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother, and shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre.
What's going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre.
You need to tell me what happened.
Nothing happened. I'm buried all. Quiet you. And you can shite off.
Whatever happened, it happened at God's Acre.
Fear not. You'll bugger off soon. They both will.
Mr. Bachelor.
God.
Thoughts on Caleb?
You first, young man.
Talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Possession is plausible, but the clues are confusing. We jump to no conclusions. Instead, we gather proof.
God's Acre?
God's Acre. Too heavy to lower from your side. Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange. we mess with you. Ready and waiting.
Is that a femur?
I think I see a patella.
Lovely. Grey robbers.
Yes, but what exactly were they stealing? Ruth Watson. There's another grave beneath it. Ready and waiting.
If undertakers did this, they should find other work.
I doubt there's a job on Earth that suits whatever did this. Decoys to distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training. Here did lie Alexander Watson.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did. And he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
I'll try.
This way. More of them.
Away with you!
That's what I was talking about when I said don't get too close.
Try this on for size. Have a bit of this.
Call on me. Demonology. I should have known.
What in God's green hell is this?
Fight now, talk later.
I'll get you eventually.
Think you could take on a ghost? A vicious scourge that despises the... living. In these lands, what a surprise indeed. Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here.
How about a chant to reveal the past?
Oh, there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes, but also shoddy. It's very poor work. Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need. Something's nearby.
Where is it?
What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of lesser palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back?
Yes, that ritual.
Now step from the shadows.
Oh, shite.
I summon you now!
Messed this up, didn't I?
Reunius fat aster himi.
flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
You! No! No! You were not supposed to!
Down, boy. Yes. Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
Is he still in there too?
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb, could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which. They never learn, do they?
Die, you bastard!
How sure are we that the ritual will work?
Caleb's work was poor. Your work will be good. Cold feet?
No. Not now, not ever.
The ritual shall work, and all shall be well. I promise.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad. Shite.
We've been to God's Egg.
Can't fog you. Alex.
So many questions.
He was trying to bring his wife back.
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible wit.
Do both of you
share? No. This house of flesh, we were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. There's something else you should know, if you don't know it already.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body.
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors.
I understand you.
Caleb stole a life from me, but he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth.
No! We've carved ourselves, please!
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell it.
Caleb was no saint, but this is...
Aye, he does. He can hear me now.
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Caleb was a cad.
You died trying to save Ruth from a...
True.
And...
He was there. He stood rooted in place, frozen in... Caleb's name was ruined then.
You're well...
I've made it.
Lammy Haskell.
The Haskell boy is weird. Talk both of them.
What's...
My brother gave him the Glad Hand Act, and the governor lapped it up. Haskell's opinion of himself is far too high. To win his favour, you need only prop him up. He dragged my name through the dirt. Shite on him, and his so-called eloquence.
Tell me about folk here. Who stands out for you?
What think I of they who shunned me? I'd say...
How goes the settle?
It's going to hell. Hope they find that witch, though.
I'll be
Look. Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again.
Ruth and Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I can't find an angle where that isn't just plain wrong.
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris. Wards, think you can fend for yourself? Red, I can't manifest anymore. Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. The ghost wards feel far away from here.